All right, Madam Mayor, we are
Is being recorded.
live streaming and recording and ready to go whenever you are.
All right, so I call the regular meeting back to order at 8:47 PM, according to my little clock here. We'll now move on to the rest of our regular agenda. So we're on action items, of which we have 6 on the agenda. So Mr. McAndrews is going to present to the council on an east-west road extension off College Avenue.
Thank you, Mayor. So if you recall back when Mr. Rizzatello was here, he contracted with JUB engineers to start on design of the future east-west road coming off of College Avenue to the west into the area to be developed. The intent of that was to get design in place so that when the contractor comes in to build it, it is all built to our city standards and a road that we want rather than something the contractor conjured up. So at that time, the original contract for design did not include placement of a water main or an irrigation main. And so we've had some conversations with JUB and in order to ensure that all utilities are placed in the roadway where we want them, we recommend adding an additional $99,200 to the contract JUB to amend the design to include those water lines. The water line would be city potable water. The irrigation line would be a irrigation line for future irrigation that could be used as separate water source if needed. I guess I will open it up for questions.
Councilmember Lopez,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Cleveland,
No questions.
Councilmember Peterson,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Sherman,
No questions.
and Councilmember Boyle.
No questions, thanks.
Sorry, I do have a quick question. Why weren't these included in the original?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if it was an oversight at the time or if the thought was that they were going to be designed as part of another project.
And they would
But,
come later.
But yeah, it came to our attention that the contract didn't include those utilities and we wanted to make sure they were included.
Thank you. All right. Any additional discussion? If not, is there a motion by council on the JUB contract amendment?
I'll motion to approve JUB contract amendment and authorize Public Works Director or designee to sign the contract amendment, increasing design costs by $99,200 to a total of $354,500.
Second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second for the motion to approve JUB contract amendment. Any additional discussions? All right, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you, Mr. McAndrews. You're still up and you're going to present on an amendment for construction administration for Southeast 8th Street from Birch to Larch.
Yes, so as you may recall, this Southeast 8th Street sidewalk project is kind of divided into two separate projects, somewhat 3 separate projects. The one piece is the widening on the north side from Elm to Larch, and then the other 2 that are already in the works is adding the sidewalks. The one is TIB funded from Birch to Larch, and the other one is federal funded from College to Birch. So we have gone to add, the project has started on for the Birch to Larch portion, and JUB was a little bit late getting us this amendment, but we knew it was coming. And this is for their services to perform construction administration for us during this project. Again, assisting with on-site observation and then all the paperwork that goes along with these types of projects. So this is adding $63,100 for construction administration services for the Birch to Larch portion of the project.
All right. Councilmember Lopez, questions or comments?
No questions. Thank you.
Councilmember Cleveland?
What was the reason for the increase in time?
Increase in time.
You were saying for additional administration.
So typically when we do these projects, there'll be a contract with the consultant for design costs. And then that will usually take us up through bidding, and then assuming that we're going to continue to use them, or to what extent there'll be an additional amendment for construction administration services. And that's what this is. So this is to
I
have
see.
them assist with physically being on site to help count quantities and make sure
Okay.
that the project is built per design, and then helping us with
Right,
the
okay,
paperwork
gotcha.
and the grant administration.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Peterson?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams?
Sorry, no questions.
Councilmember Sherman?
No questions.
And Councilmember Boyle?
No questions.
All right, so if there's no questions or any additional discussion, do we have a motion to authorize Public Works Director to sign a contract amendment?
I'll make the motion to authorize Public Works Director or designee to sign the contract amendment with JUB Engineers, increasing the Southeast 8th Street Birch to Larch contract by $63,100 for construction administration services for a total contract of $236,000.
Second.
236,500.
Oh, didn't see that. $236,500. Thank you.
And Councilmember Peterson, second. Okay, thank you. Any further discussions? All right, we have a first and a second to authorize Public Works Director designee to sign a contract amendment. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Mr. McAndrews, you're still up to present a loan from the Department of Health to aid us in the Southeast 12th Street Water Improvement Project.
Yes, so you may recall about a year ago, Mr. Rizzatello and I, along with JUB Engineers, attended the Infrastructure Assistance Coordinating Council conference and had a tech team meeting with a lot of the funding agencies about how to fund our Southeast 12th Street project. The feedback through that conversation was to approach it by trying to tackle the underground infrastructure, the utilities first, and that they would be more than willing to help fund that portion. And once the underground was taken care of, then to come back with more of the above ground improvements, including intersection improvements, and then the roadway, sidewalks, landscaping. So at this point, the city has been putting in funding applications for utilities. The State Department of Health has approved a 0% interest loan with a 10-year term for $500,000 and a 2% loan fee. So at a total of $510,000 to cover engineering, design, hydrogeologic assessment, permits, public involvement, bid documents, fees, taxes, legal, administrative, and audit costs. So essentially all of the costs to design the water improvements all the way from College Avenue to Myra on 12th Street. So at this point, we're asking for council approval to accept that 0% loan and to be able to move forward with design of the water portion of this project.
Thank you. Councilmember Lopez,
No questions. Thanks.
Councilmember Cleveland,
No questions, but those seem like good terms.
Councilmember Peterson,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams.
No questions. Thank you. I appreciate you working with the agencies to get some of this zero loan stuff.
Councilmember Sherman,
Were these figures already in Brian's budget for next year?
I believe so. Brian has left, so I cannot confirm that with him, but to my understanding, yes,
He would've had them.
he is aware of this. So
Okay, thank
yes.
you.
Councilmember Boyle.
No questions. Thank you.
Okay. So if there's no further discussion, do we have a motion on accepting a 0% loan?
Sure, I'll make a motion. I move to accept 0% loan of $500,000 with $10,000 loan fee for design of water improvements in Southeast 12th Street from College Avenue to Myra Road, and authorize Public Works Director or designee to sign loan agreement and contract documents.
I'll second.
Thank you. Councilmember Sherman was the second. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion to accept a 0% loan of $500,000. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right. The ayes have it and the motion is passed. All right, switching gears, Mr. Rickard will now present to council on Lions Park improvements.
Thank you, Mayor.
Do we have to go through the whole discussion?
I can introduce it and then I guess one of you can make a motion if you so like. So this agenda bill is for Lions Park improvements. Staff has a request for additional funding of $180,000 to complete change order to pay change order 11, which includes a bunch of last minute changes to the project. That'll finish out all of the changes on the project. That will conclude the project for the construction side of it at this point. I don't know if you want further details in regarding those changes, but we can be happy to address those.
I do just before. Councilmember Williams?
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion to table this item until November 12th.
Okay, so we have a motion to table this particular topic or possibly till November 12th to try to get it into our November 12th meeting.
Second.
We have a second. We have a second now to table. Councilmember Boyle, second to table this discussion. So we have a first and a second. All in favor of tabling this discussion till see if we can get on the November 12th agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. We are tabling this discussion until we can see if we can get it on the November 12th agenda. So Mr. Ricker, you will now present an amendment for professional services with Anderson Perry.
Again, this is related to Lions Park Improvement Project. We have, this would be change amendment number 6 with the Anderson Perry contract for design and engineering services related to this project. The current amendment number 5 ran us through, I think, April, and we've had significant involvement by Anderson Perry at trying to close this project out since substantial completion has been issued. And that requires additional funds to pay them. And so we're asking authorization to execute that contract.
All right, thank you. We'll go through council members for questions or comments. Councilmember Lopez, questions or comments?
I just wonder if, since it's related, if it should be tabled to November 12th as well.
I think this particular one, we wanted to move forward with the discussion at this time.
Yeah, I mean, we have an obligation to pay our consultant. There are a number of project closeout items
So, yeah,
that are related to this project that need to get
taken care of. Okay.
Perfect, thanks.
Councilmember Cleveland,
No questions.
Councilmember Peterson,
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams.
Whoops. No questions. Thank you.
Councilmember Sherman
No question.
and Councilmember Boyle.
No questions.
All right, so we have no additional discussion. Is there a motion to authorize the mayor to sign amendment number 6?
I'll make a motion to authorize.
Madam Mayor, Go ahead.
I'll Make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign amendment number 6 to the agreement for professional services with Anderson Perry and Associates in the amount of $120,000.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Councilmember Williams.
Okay, Councilmember Williams was a second. Any additional discussion? All right, all in favor of authorizing myself to sign amendment number 6, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you all for that. Next, City Clerk Garcia, aided by Councilmember Lopez, with a resolution of support for Downtown College Place Association.
All right, thank you, Mayor. It is my pleasure to show you guys a resolution of support for your new Downtown College Place Association. Gives reasons as for why this is a beneficial program to the community and why the city would want to support it and has so far, and outlines the commitments that were made almost a year ago at that very first meeting. And I'm happy to answer any questions, and so is Councilmember Lopez, who actually should be the one questioned about anything.
Councilmember Lopez, you have any questions for yourself?
I do not. I'm excited about seeing this on the agenda though.
Oh, you needed to ask yourself a hard question. You got off easy there. Councilmember Cleveland?
Councilmember Lopez need to recuse himself from this vote.
Councilmember Williams, I'm sorry, Peterson,
No questions, thank you.
and Councilmember Williams,
No questions, but congratulations.
Councilmember Sherman,
Yeah, no questions. You guys have put in a lot of work and this is really, really exciting. Thank you. Thank you both. And thanks to the rest of your board that has done all this work. Good job.
and Councilmember Boyle.
No questions. I am so thrilled to see this moving forward.
Yeah, I go with all the rest of the council that this has been a long time coming and the work you all put into it this year has just been amazing. And I'm looking forward to all the ways it's going to really serve and benefit the city. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised of how quickly things get improved or benefit our community. So thank you so much for both of you for that. And also, as they said, please thank the rest of your board.
Will do. Thank you so much.
All right. So is there a motion to adopt resolution number 25055?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 25-055 in acknowledgement and support of Downtown College Place Association.
I'll
What?
second. Oh, nothing's wrong. My hand is raised only because I wondered if Councilmember Lopez might be able to make this motion.
Yeah, no, he's dragging his feet.
I was looking at him and he's like, so it's like, I was like, okay. if
I'd
he's
be
not
happy
gonna
to make the
talk-
motion, to adopt resolution 25055 in acknowledgement and support of the Downtown College Place Association.
I'll
right.
second.
We have a first from Councilmember Lopez and a second from Councilmember Boyle. Yep.
No, she did it.
Yeah, she did the second. Yeah.
I was too busy saying I was gonna vote no.
So with that discussion, I'm like,
We're tired over here.
yeah, I know. All in favor of the motion to adopt resolution number 25-055, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, that was an enthusiastic aye to approve. The motion is passed. Thank you all for that so much. Administrative reports, we still have 3 of them. Mr. McAndrews and Mr. Rickard would like to have a, roundtable discussion with council regarding the planned Lions Park Community Center.
Sure, I can lead this off and I'll try to keep it as brief as possible considering the time of the evening. I was asked to kind of come tonight and speak to, I think there was some questions about potential operating costs and needs associated with the new Lions Park Community Center that we're working on. And so to be fair, we have not figured all of this out yet. And I think that is what a piece of this conversation really is about. But yeah, we need to plan for how we're gonna operate this new community center. If we build it, it's not just gonna run itself. The facility is gonna need to generate revenue that covers operating expenses, as well as when you're building something like this, we really need to be looking at future capital replacements. So thinking forward to, 40 years from now or 30 years from now, we're gonna have to replace the roof, or the HVAC is gonna have a 15-year life cycle, and planning to recoup costs through revenues so that the building can be self-sufficient. And when the time comes that the HVAC's due for replacement, there's money set aside for that. And so all of that still needs to be figured out and what those costs look like. But the reality is it's, going to take something like this is going to take probably 2 to 3 staff to operate. I mean, there's going to need to be front desk folks that are, accepting rental fees and helping with scheduling, and there's going to be scheduling software that needs to be taken care of. And we have to be looking at daily cleaning and setup and tear downs for rentals, and scheduling repairs for preventative maintenance, and keeping up on the requirements to have a commercial kitchen. There's ongoing preventative stuff that has to happen, including inspections and cleanings and Department of Health things, that requirements, safety inspections and things like that. So yeah, I mean, if you think about a community center like that, where the plan is to have rentals that are likely going to go into the evenings, we can't just leave the building unattended and hope that the rental people clean up after themselves and lock the doors and that nobody stays later than they're supposed to. There's got to be somebody there to probably enforce alcohol rules or occupancy rules and noise ordinances, and deal with the elevator if it's not if it has an issue and things like that. And so, again, I said I'd keep this short. I have a pretty robust list of some thoughts that I have about needs and how to handle them, but I don't want to talk on this for 30 or 45 minutes tonight unless people have specific questions. So, John, do you have anything to add?
I mean, just that, I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity for us, a problem that we're going to have to solve. If we, build this building that's, going to have multiple uses in it, with the library and the childcare facility and the community center part. We don't have anything like that in our city, and I think there's a need for it. And this is something that we're going to have to figure out how to operate in the coming year. And so we wanted to get this before you. And I think one of the council members kind of prodded us to bring this discussion forward and make everyone aware that this new building's, it's going to take some operational, I don't know what the term is necessarily. We're gonna have to figure out some programming and figure out how to operate it. Because current city staff won't be able to do that. So it's going to take some deep thoughts and planning.
I want to say that this is going to need, or should be, a much bigger discussion time-wise. We obviously didn't know we were going to be running so late on the other conversations, but this is an important discussion, and Councilmember Williams really had some good questions, right? And so she wanted addressed of how we were going to be doing this or what we were thinking about it. And we've had these discussions internally about what we would do. We obviously don't have the funding yet for the community center, so it's not like it's going to be opening next year or maybe even the year next. We don't know where we're at with that. We're still looking for $5 million in funding, I believe we're still working on. So it's not happening quickly, but it is an important discussion that we should hash out prior to getting things going.
I'm really grateful that the question's been asked, because Robert and I, as this project has grown, over the last couple of years have been asking
Asking it.
ourselves, like,
Yeah.
Mike, how are we gonna operate this facility? Like,
Yeah.
who's gonna manage it? Like, and
So grateful to Councilmember Williams for saying it out loud, right? Councilmember
Absolutely.
Williams?
I am well known for saying the quiet part out loud. But so my thought is I really appreciate that you putting this all together. One reason why I want to have this discussion early is because as we look at it, we may find that some adjustment of the design might make some of this easier. I'm specifically thinking about, does everybody enter in the same place, or can like the library be responsible for their places, etc. So you can tell I was a bureaucrat for a long time because the best idea that I've been able to come up with is basically a little committee. Because I think we need to have somebody who, or a group of somebodies who actually sit down and kind of hash out, so what are the options and what would this look like? I mean, there are places that just contract, they let a contract to essentially run the place, which has pros and cons. Is there room to put like maybe our utility staff there, so during the day they're at least taking utility payments and managing the desk there? Just ideas like that I think it would be helpful to hash out. I don't think it makes sense to have a completely final plan, but to have some people talk to stakeholders, think about it, and think about what are our options? Would tweaking the design make some of the options easier or give us more options, and then bring that back to council?
Now, is your tweaking the designs, my thought going around the city's liability and responsibility to what happens inside the building?
Yes, and I haven't really looked at a detailed design of the building, but some of our uses aren't, to like the child care center, the meeting space, the commercial kitchen, having separate areas with good in and out flow where they're not crossing each other would make managing the building a whole lot easier. And I think the childcare is going to have a separate entrance, but how the library entrance fits in the library's meetings versus our meetings, and I don't know. I'm just saying that as a society, we tend to build buildings with a very specific purpose in mind. And if we step back and think about it, it turns out that if we'd thought about it more deeply at the design stage, we could have done things that made our lives easier in the future. So I'm suggesting we have a serious think about it now, while we have not actually, committed to construction yet. I mean, not that I don't think we're going to do it, but we haven't committed to this is the exact thing we're going to build with all the doors right where we think they are, and etc.
So perhaps maybe what we need to do is reschedule, put this on a future agenda, but where you can maybe share the final design.
this,
Well, excuse me, Madam Mayor, but what I'm thinking is, I think it would be much easier. Like, we have a finance committee and a personnel committee. It almost feels like we need a Lions Park Community Center committee, because I don't think the level of detail that it really needs to be reviewed at is going to work very well at a meeting of the full council.
We could have a workshop and I hear what you're saying, Melody, about, if we're going to develop a department to run a facility, I'm not saying we are going to do that, but if that was part of the conversation, obviously Robert and I are not going to be the ones that completely develop that in a silo. It would need to be probably a committee, but in terms of the building, just to give you a little bit of background, so we do have 100% design. We did work with our partners, the Rural Library District. We did work with the YMCA as the childcare facility. We reached out to the community college, their culinary program, and their department, and got some feedback on what it takes to operate a commercial kitchen. And we did have those discussions about, well, do we each have our own entrances? Well, there's savings in construction, and if you can utilize restrooms and shared hallways, well, it eats up space, but there's elements of the building that you only need so many toilets, and if you can all share those, then you can cut down on the total number you need. But if you compartmentalize everything, then you need more duplication of that infrastructure. So there is some savings, and technology is helpful to us too, because we can lock off parts of the building to isolate, so that when there's a wedding happening on a Friday night that goes to 11, there won't be people upstairs, running around the hallway off of the library. So anyhow,
Yeah.
thank you for listening to that rant.
And that's good. I just want to make sure that we're integrating our cost estimates for operation and our cost estimates for construction, and we're not saving money on construction that will end up with us hating ourselves because it costs us a fortune for years to come. So, again, I'm not saying that we don't have the best design, but I have not seen any estimate of operational costs. And I guess that's kind of a concern.
Right, that's because we don't know yet, right? We don't know what the operational cost will be.
Really only recently began those discussions. When Mr. Rizzatello was here, he was very driven on getting it funded to build. And the operations was kind of gonna be something we figured out later. And Mr. Rizzatello started pushing that we need to figure this out before we get any further.
Yeah. And so, I appreciate what he did, but it's the yin and the yang. So, and I don't know how exactly to do this, if there's a best way, but I just wanted to make sure that we're talking about it. So I appreciate the thought that you have put into it.
So I'd like to make a proposal, just a thought, that we have a workshop. We start the workshop with perhaps sharing the design and the thought process behind the design that we have approved. I don't know, over the last year that we had monthly meetings with Designs West, right? Moving things around, changing things, bringing different ideas, but bringing it to the council, showing the design, the thoughts behind it, and then during a workshop, we can discuss it. And during that discussion is when we're going to start coming down with the questions of how is this going to happen? Who's going to do that? And then that next step would be, if we want to do it, do a committee that obviously, again, you guys will have to be part of. We can go from there, but I think that's probably the best, because we're not gonna be able to ask the questions until we see the design that we had, that we've approved with Design West and the cost estimates with that, right?
I appreciate that. And I think it'd be great if we could get as many of the stakeholders as possible, a representative of the stakeholders, to come and be like, hey, this is what we're thinking. I think would be really helpful.
Well, just so you know, in our meetings, in our monthly meetings that we've had over the year, they have been there.
Right, but that hasn't been for the council, so I think it would be helpful to have them at the workshop. Just
All right, yeah, we can
so that
invite.
yeah, because I hate to ask you to speak for them. That doesn't seem right for you. Fair to you.
Well, that's a whole nother part of the conversation is we don't have any formal, we have a memorandum of understanding with the rural library district, but that, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
and the why we,
with the why.
with the why, we don't have anything
Not with the
formal with any other. Nothing. We don't have contracts, we don't have agreements, we don't have commitments, nothing. So. Yeah, Councilmember Peterson?
I would these are great comments, and I think the whole idea of designing the building intelligently is great, but I hope we can use some creativity here. I don't want to see a librarian receptionist next to a College Place receptionist. Yeah, we can use the same bathrooms. Somebody doesn't put the chairs away, they don't get back their $500 deposit. If they leave the kitchen a mess, they don't get back their $1,000 deposit. I think there's some things we can do so we don't have to police it. If the kids go up on the top store and play in the library, you don't get back your $500 deposit. Just simple stuff like that. Can we relocate staff from here over to there? Do we need space for people that go over there and answer phones and do whatever so instead of hiring and creating a whole new department of people to police a building, I think the library shares some responsibility. I'm sure the daycare shares some responsibility of upkeep. I understand what you're saying. When the HVAC goes out, when those are capital expenditures, but to set up a department for operating costs for FTEs to manage a building when there's people already over there most of the time. We may have to do something. I agree, to add something there, the upkeep, whatnot. But man, we need to get real creative with this, especially when it's going to be inhabited anyway by other people. But anyway, my 2 cents.
Thank you for putting this together, and I like the workshop idea.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Good night, Brian. God, it's kind of late. So next, City Clerk Garcia and Councilmember Williams will inform the council of ways of getting involved in the community.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Williams has brought up a wonderful point of council members perhaps having a booth or something to commune with the community at community events. And so anyways, I made some notes here. I would love that. I think the community would love it. We often get those kinds of chats and kinds of asks, as long as there's no more than 2 council members in the booth and council members just agree not to hang out. Are you guys listening? This is all for you.
A dunking booth.
At the Christmas.
As long as there's only 2 council members at all times in the dunking booth
Well,
and no more.
That would be a problem.
in Special College Place bathing suits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Special logo.
Anyways,
A hot tub.
Instead of girls. Oh, then you'll have the quorum.
that sounds great. I would love all that, but
getting
no more than 2 of you in the hot tub at any given time. That'd be just fine though. And if for some reason 2 council members choose to attend a College Place event together and there is a booth with 2 other council members, you're just gonna have to know that there are other council members in a booth over there. I believe that you guys are you can handle that responsibility and you couldn't meet up and inadvertently create a quorum.
I think we can coordinate well enough and say, we too would like to meet or be there at this event, and we too would like to be. So,
and I think that it's totally normal for council members to wander in, like with your families. I think that's typically how you guys go. But if you guys choose to bestie up and team up, and that there is a booth with other council members there, which you will know because I will have told you that that's coming.
don't go to the booth.
Don't go to the booth. Don't pass by the booth. Don't stop there.
Don't even look at
Don't
them.
even look at it. Yeah.
Great idea, let it.
Okay.
I'm happy to take any questions.
So council members, truly think about that. Think about ways that we can get, be more public and be there more for the community, at events in official capacity, not just, wandering with them, but being in official capacity where they can come just talk to us, bring something up, have a brief conversation, something that we can bring back to the table and say, this came up and I think we need to start discussing this issue.
I like it.
Thank you both for that idea. We do have Winterfest coming up, so let's start thinking about who might want us to be the first. All right, finally, City Clerk Garcia is going to close out the night with our closest event that's coming just next week, our Trunk or Treat 2025.
It's this
This week.
week. I know, I spent the whole day thinking it was Wednesday. It
Oh,
was
shoot.
awful. Yeah. Anyways, just surprising you all of all the trunk or treat things. We've got vendors, we've got the maze, we've got haystack bowling. We're gonna have food and drinks there. Should be a jolly good time. And Winterfest is what I'm excited to tell you about, but I'm not gonna do it until the next meeting. So
All right, how many trunks or canopies do we have?
we had 18 signed up today. I know we had 27 last year. It's 18, not including the city booths. I don't think. So Brett's got it though. He'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, all right, so come out and say hi to us. And watch the costumes, it's so fun. And I always look forward to see what the different departments are gonna be decorating as. All right, there's 3 informational reports in your packets to review. If you haven't read them, please do so, probably not tonight. As a reminder, the November workshop is canceled in observance of election night. So our next city regular meeting is rescheduled.
Yeah.
In observance of Veterans Day to Wednesday, November 12th at 7 p.m. Which I don't think I'm going to be here for that day. I'll let you know for sure. I think I'm out of I know. But good luck to everyone on the ballots. It's gonna, we have a number of people, so good luck to everyone. Councilmember Cleveland, my fingers are crossed for you.
It's tough competition, let me say.
I feel you. All right. Is there any other business for good of the order?
Yes. Is it my understanding that following the election, the winner will replace Councilmember Lopez?
Okay, so we kind of went over that, and our understanding is that whoever wins position number 1 will have the option of taking the seat after the votes are all certified by the county clerk.
When is that?
Could be,
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
he'll continue.
yeah, so he'll be here for another one. And if we recollect, like the last election took a whole month before it was completely certified, so it all just depends. So I think we'll have Councilmember Lopez here for at least one more.
I will be traveling internationally that week, so I won't be here November 12th.
Oh, boo on you. Okay. All right. So, yeah.
I think that you
You probably still will be here on the next one. I think you will be. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Any other business for go to the order? All right, hearing none, do we have a motion to conclude?
So moved.
We have a motion to conclude. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. If there's no objection, the meeting is concluded at 9:31 p.m. Councilmember Peterson was second. Thank you, everyone. Safe driving home.
All the council members